good na dumating yung Save the Children to again help us. At the same time, we'd like to thank the Miss Universe organization for coming to Iligan and do their part. So I heard they went to Marawi, one part of Marawi, and they also went to Tambacan yesterday, this morning. So again, thank you very much. No, this is indeed it's something that Iligan never imagined. Some organization just came in willing to help us. So again, in behalf of the city government, from the mayor's office, from the Sangguniang Panlungsod, we would like to thank both organizations, Save the Children as well as Miss Universe Philippines. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that message, Mayor Frederick Chow. Moreover, to keep the ball rolling, let's not keep you waiting any further, as we would like to call for one of the focal persons as well who made this possible. Likewise, let us call on our head of Save the Children, Barm Region, and inclusive of Iligan City as well, Sir Edwin Porca.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Ako, gutom na kayo, no? Okay, but we really thank you, Mayor, for hosting this. And you might be asking why Iligan? Because Iligan has always been the host of many good things, no? In trying to reach out to our neighboring communities that were affected, not only by calamities, but even the conflict in Marawi. And you would notice that the beauty of Iligan is not only in its waterfalls, but in the heart of its people. Because if you don't have that inclusive community, families, no, definitely there will be more social tensions that we would have experienced. But it also gives an opportunity for many of us around here to understand better, no, in what way can we collaborate further and make our engagements and programs more impactful. Kaya nga siguro tatanong kayo, ano ba ito? No? And we know that change is something that we're always confronted with. No, alam natin na the only thing that's constant is change. Kaso, may iba't ibang paraan. There are different ways where you respond to this change. Yung iba dyan, they resist the change. No? Ayoko niyan. Pangit yan. No? Kahit na maganda yung sinasabi niyo, binabalak niyo, plano niyo, meron pa rin tao na ayoko yung pagbabago niya. So, and then meron rin naman talaga, yung iba naman ay yung flow, go with the flow. They just go with the flow, o kung saan sila dalhin, o kaya makikipag-okay sila. And then when they go with the flow, and then that's it. Kung saan sila marating, okay na sila. Kontento na sila. No? But there are opportunities when we as change, we can be the change. No? We create the change that we want. As long as it is positive, it is inclusive, and the intentions that we're doing are always right. So ito po yung pinag-uumpisahan ng life changer for children. No? Ang life changer for children is when sino ba talagang gustong tulungan ito? No? And these are what we call the most impacted by inequality and discriminated children. No? Ibig sabihin, sa ating komunidad, meron kayong makikita na nasa laylayan, no, hindi pinapansin. Or they're not given equal opportunities. No? And those are the children affected by these inequalities that were not brought by their home, but because of the culture and the traditions, no, that were being promoted and cultivated in these communities. And then of course, alam natin, discrimination. No, alam ko, dati, when we were inviting Miss Universe to come over, ilang beses na na-postpone yung trip. No? and struggle sa kanila kasi of course the schedules. But I think it was more also of understanding, ikaw muna, Marawi, Lanao del Sur, kasi iba siya eh. No? And then you are confronted with a lot of this news na safe ba kami dyan? Secure ba kami dyan? But maybe later you can hear from them what would be their experience in really meeting people and experiencing what it is really to be here in Iligan, Lanao del Sur, and even Marawi. And I think that has been our way of trying to reach and bridge ito most impacted children and making sure that tayong lahat din, this program is also for all of us. No, it's not only for the children, but it's about us engaging in programs na ginagawa natin ito with the right purpose, with the right intention. Kasi kapag meron tayong mga agenda, alam niyo naman, pag hindi yung mga agenda natin, then that is where nagiging pressure tayo. Diba? Dun bumibigat yung because I have to prove this, I have to do this, hindi. But if it's genuine, at yun ang sinasabi na transformative na gusto naman mangyari. So who do we want to reach? We started here in Lanao del Sur. Yung ating binisita kahapon ay yung mga kabataan at komunidad affected by the war, by the siege sa Marantao. So even yung mga tuwil, mga madrasa, pinutulungan din natin kasi sila yung hindi napapansin. No? And then we have young people here who are from the Rawaten, who are representing their advocacies para masiguro natin na ay, kasama pala yung kabataan doon sa paghanap ng solusyon na inaano natin. And then, kahapon din, we visited the economic hub, the Rahima Economic Hub. Kasi ang tulong, dapat hindi one time, big time. Maganda na narinig ko yung mga programa, ay may consistency pala. So we wanted to create a sustainable platform where livelihoods of women ay meron silang place where they can market it. So maganda nga, may collaboration between the City Tourism Office and even Marawi. Parang twin city kayo and really promoting the very beautiful products that you have. Kanina, ganda-ganda nga sila sa yung basket eh. Nag-exchange pa, naghahanap pa sila ng ibang design. Gusto nilang i-uwi. But I think that is the, whenever these products come up, pinagmamalaki yan because there is pride in it. You are promoting an identity of a people. And I think that is something that really captures the essence of what we're doing. And so itong who, it's really tayo lahat. And then, magsasabi tayo, what is life changer? You can just say that life changer for children is a child-centered, whole of society approach. Child-centered, whole of society approach that would address specific needs of a community. Ibig sabihin pala nun, hindi kami yung parang may generic na solution. We have to join and understand the communities where they're coming from. At doon natin nakilala ano yung kanilang problema. Anong gusto hangarin nila. So we even started with the Bajau communities here. Alam mo, planning kami together with them. And you would be surprised about their aspirations. And then, sabi nga na, health, nutrition has been an issue. O nga, so paano natin magiging empowered kayo para tama yung inyong pagkain? And so we introduced that. And narinig ko nga sa City Office, you have this feeding program. Ang sabi ko nga, i-tie up natin so that we can see the evidence that the feeding is a nutrition intervention that can really eradicate severe malnutrition in these communities. Kaya I think the closer collaboration that we have in demonstrating technology with evidence and the good interventions that you're already having, mas magiging impactful yung ating mga programs. And that is what Save the Children is doing. It might happen na itong community sa Bajau, we start with health and nutrition. Doon sa Marantao, inumpisan natin sa education. Sa ibang higauna, baka iba na naman yung ating magiging doon. So we are doing this one community at a time, pero we're telling you that we're not here only for 1 year. So actually, 3 to 5 years, we will be supporting and ensuring that these communities meet their aspirations, no? Kanilang mga dreams, hopefully uplifting them and really transforming their communities along the way. So yan po yung Save the Children. No? Pero yung paano ba ginagawa ito? No? Sabi, how? Alam ko dito ang daming mga tumutulong na. No, we're not saying that we're the only, but when we meet around the people here, you have been doing a lot. No? And I think that is the beauty here. We are bringing in the goodness of everyone for a common cause. No? Kaya yan po yung what the Life Changer is trying to bring about. Now, while you have many things around, but we try to bring, sige nga, what can we do for this specific issue? Para when we tell the mayor office, ito yung nagawa natin. No? And it's not only about us. It definitely can only happen with this partnership with both the local government unit and the private sector partners. And more importantly, yung media. No? Kasi sila rin yung sasabihin natin, they will promulgate that messaging that we also have. So yan po yung how. And when we do that, we have to ensure that yung mga local government units are accountable. Kasi yan ang mandate ng local government units. We have to be accountable to deliver these basic services and programs. Pero, on the other side, we want an active citizenry. Sabi nga ni Annabelle, no? Active citizenry. Ay, hindi pala nakaupo. We wanted the young people to be more engaged, no, in civic transformation. Kasi nawala yung active participation ng kabataan. And hopefully, we provide them a platform that can enable them, no, to participate in a meaningful endeavor. So, and then, of course, Save the Children. Sabihin nyo, ano ba yung Save the Children? Well, Save the Children is a humanitarian and development organization. Ibig sabihin yun, kapag nakikita nyo kami, hindi lang during emergencies. No, yung Sendong, Bondoy, Ayan, palagi kami lang dyan. No? Pero nahalataan nyo rin, pagkatapos ng bagyo, pagkatapos ng gera, nandiyan pa rin kami. No? Because we know, the greater need happens even after the emergencies. And that is why we harness the expertise. So itong mga kasama namin ngayon, these are humanitarian and developmental professionals. Hindi kami social worker. But many of us, they come from that background, but we have to elevate them and understand what development truly is. And that is where we offer our expertise to local government units like protection. Kasi we have an online sexual abuse partnership program with the city, no? And then also with this nutrition programming, it's another partnership. So may protection, may health and nutrition, at meron din education. So, ang dami pala. Because you cannot divide a child. Hindi po ba? You cannot tell them na, ikaw education lang. So what we're doing is that we have a comprehensive approach. So we start with an issue and then build that issue and ensure that communities survive and are protected at all times. So this gathering, they would always say, it takes a village to raise a child. Diba? It takes a village, a community to save a child. And that is one thing that we would like to happen here. So, pag confronted tayo sa mga change na ganito, ang tanong namin, how will you confront and face these changes? You can resist the change. No? Ay, wala. O kaya wala akong pakialam. No? Or I can just go with the flow. Sige, tingnan ko nga. Tapos hindi ako committed doon. Or I can be the change. So we are going to ask you, in any form of collaboration and partnership, we start with there. Be a life changer for children. And together, we can save a child, save a community, and bring them a better life. Maraming salamat po.
Here, all of us are really blessed and happy to be part of this eye-opening experience. When I was told that we would be going to Marawi, I too was one of the people that had my reservations. I didn't even tell my mom at first because I didn't want her to worry. And after talking to several people in Marawi yesterday when we were there, I heard some of the sentiments of people there who were afraid of losing their identity as a community there, of losing part of their culture because of all the misfortunes that have happened in that particular place. And I've also heard stories of people who weren't just afraid of losing the identity, but became ashamed maybe even of that identity. And I think one of the reasons, one of our purposes now here is to, as Sir Voltaire said earlier, to demystify that particular perspective of Marawi. So we can bring back the beauty of that particular culture. And their food also, had some of their food, it was really, really good. And I hope that we can just be part of that all of us will be able to make every person proud again of the beautiful culture that we have in Marawi. Yesterday, we also went to Ranaranao Elementary School. It's actually a tongue twister. Ranaranao, parang tao, Lanao del Sur. I had to practice that so many times just to not misspeak. But when we were there, we were brought to an elementary school with just 3 classrooms. Now, I'm sure all of you can do the math. 3 classrooms, but 6 grades, and let's include kinder. So how do children get educated? And how do teachers also find the right means or a comfortable enough environment to educate pupils? They had to share and divide the classrooms there. 1 room for grade 1 and grade 2, and so on and so forth. But what I also saw was children, pupils, willing to learn, even in those conditions. And that is one of the reasons why we really need to champion, not just to allow them to dream, but also capacitate them to reach and achieve those dreams. That's one of the things that Save the Children will be here for. As you've heard, we are not just here for a one-time experience. It's not a one-time, big-time thing. This is an entire process where children will grow, where children will be allowed to educate themselves, get the proper nutrition, and be capacitated to receive the legacies that we will be leaving behind. Yesterday, during my speech, I talked about this a little bit. I mentioned that we as humans have this innate longing to leave a legacy behind. And I now challenge all of you here to look beyond leaving a legacy and think about the people who will be the recipients of our legacy, the children. Let's capacitate them to receive our legacy and bring it further, even generations after we are on this earth. And also this morning, we went to the Bajau. I'm not yet done, sorry. Medyo dugay pa ang lunch. Also this morning, we went to the Bajau community. I'm not sure if you guys know, perhaps not. I actually spent 4 years of my high school life here in Iligan City. I was very well aware of the Bajau community, but I was never given an opportunity to visit the Bajau community. And I had this morning. It was also an eye-opener. And I realized that even in that little community, within one barangay, they have their own little culture too. But they just don't have the means to move further in life, to be a better part of the community that they're in already. And I hope that with the help of the LGU, with the help of everyone here who has the means to give a little bit more of what they have, that we can help not just children, but entire communities now, to empower them to achieve and reach for more. And I know that everyone in this room is very willing to make that happen. I see that there are some JCI representatives here, batchmates and all the other JCI members. I'm sure that all of you will also be very willing to work with your own respective chapters, with other members of this community to make a lasting difference. I would say no pressure, but a little bit of pressure. And now I challenge all of you to also be part of this amazing process where all of us will be able to grow and learn more from one another. We might be different in cultures, even if we're just in the same country, even if we're just in the same province. But we cannot let these cultural differences divide us. We may be different, but we can't be divided. So hopefully I will see everyone here lined up at the booth outside of Save the Children to pledge your help and your support. Daghang salamat.
Thank you so much, Miss Pauline Amelinckx. And with that being said, of course, let us now call for our Miss Universe Philippines 2022, Celeste Cortesi, for her testimony.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to say thank you to Save the Children and Mayor for the amazing hospitality. It is my first time in Iligan, but this is definitely an experience that I will always remember. When I started to work to Save the Children, I had the chance to hear stories and experiences from mothers and children. And the first thing that really came to my mind when I was hearing all these stories is my mother, and the struggles and challenges she went through when she was raising me and my sister as a single mom in a foreign country. Of course, at her time, her struggles and challenges were on a different scale. But one thing that I saw in common in all the faces of these mothers and my own mother is the pain in feeling powerless when it comes to providing means for your own children. I truly believe that a child deserves and has the right to learn, to grow, to smile, to be happy, to play. And I truly believe in the power of our platforms and the way we use our platforms to really make a change. But first, we must recognize our privilege, and second, most importantly, we must understand the importance of giving more than we are receiving. So I would really like to say thank you to everyone for being here. I will always do my best to amplify those voices across the universe. And it is really my pleasure to be part of this change. And I really cherish this advocacy close to my heart. So thank you so much for everyone. Thank you to Save the Children again. Thank you, Mayor. It is really my pleasure for me to be here, and I hope to come back here again and explore more of your beautiful culture. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Celeste Cortesi. And now, of course, please allow me the pleasure to give the floor.
Sige, Mayor. Advance happy birthday, Mayor.
Dugay pa.
Ay, ito. Pwede po ito.
I can
send you one.
Noon naman si para smart. Suwa ng madali. Ano yung
About up. Ato sa nag-city hall din after kaya may mga dito. Balay. Hatod sa kanang mo manay. Kaya ako na mamatol. Pao naman check-in. Kasi man after ka ng balay, direct naman yung service mo na.
Hindi na kay wala na baryan last Hindi na baryan.
Ang payment ano man, minsan ako pa naman yung kaya ako maka minsan ako nagpa-tumbo sa down ako naman. Sinagamit ko na ako ako ba?
Wala pa rin.
Ha? Mga Monday siguro.
Monday?
This is Kagawan Francis Celeste. He's an advocate also, but I think